Alright, you guys. When Rashad Jamal talked about this before, we wasn't paying attention to him initially. But we gotta see things for what they are. Because look at Mr. Joe right here. Notice how he's moving in slow motion, and also look at his eyes. He ain't paying no attention to the man in front of him. And I think there's more to this video than what people are realizing. For you see, Rashad Jamal was on to something. And I don't think he is who he really is.
Yeah.
Think about it, y'all.
Yeah.
Alright.
Bishop and juice, when you put your hands on your girl, is it self-defense because she bigger than you?
That don't work. There's no way out of this one. You're done.
17? Why do you look like that? You dick. Look at all this.
Bella Harris is a model that Drake has known ever since she was 16 years old. And when she turned 18, Drake actually went to DC and rented out an entire restaurant for her birthday. I don't understand why a 31-year-old man would be so excited to go and rent out an entire restaurant for an 18-year-old girl's birthday.
Bishop and juice, when you put your
Holly weird, man. Holly weird. It's really crazy how everything is getting so exposed this year. Started with Cat Williams, and it's just been going on for the last 5 months, man. A lot of stuff just been getting exposed. It's crazy. Let me see what you got to say.
Another 20 years in Africa. If they keep doing what they're doing right now, another 20 years.
So you've been keeping up?
America, Europe, all the countries out there are going to be begging just to kiss Africa's ass.
That's true.
What? I love that.
20 years, just watch.
Yeah.
As long as they keep fighting for themselves and not everybody else, stop fighting for everybody else. Fight for yourself, Africans. Fight for yourself. Everybody else can kiss your ass. 20 years, 20 years, you guys, your money, your denomination, your religion, your history will be in every school. Just wait and see.
Oh, man.
Just wait and see. Just wait and see.
Yo.
They won't hide it no more. They won't hide it no more. They're going to be like, hey, you know, the world really did start in Africa. Yeah, you know. They really didn't have the blonde hair and the blue eyes. They were really black. They was really black. Can you tell your black people I'm cool? Like, they gonna start saying that.
They doing it right now.
Start saying that.
Yo, they do that in this country
Just
right
wait.
now.
I want to see white people say, look, man, I get my Social Security. I get my Section 8. I don't care about nobody else. Look at them black people. Look where they live. That's what I want to hear.
That's what's up.
I want to hear. I'm sick and tired of just trying to look at what they're doing and trying to be like them. I'm tired of trying to be like them when their entire history has been trying to be like us.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Their whole history has been trying to be like us. Trying to be powerful like we were.
Like we are, not we're. We just don't know our own strength right now.
The problem is, look, I'm going to tell you like this, right? What we are doing right now, we are going backwards in our own evolution, in our own history, in our own, we're going backwards, we de-evolving. The reason why? Because we think this European lifestyle is so freaking great. It isn't. Our history, the Caribbean, Africa, we don't send our parents to a nursing home.
Never.
True. They stay there until they die. They stay home until they die.
And they get married in the
We
backyard.
take care of our aunts. We take care of our uncles. We take care of everybody home. You know what I'm saying? Here, mama forgot my birthday. Nah, send them home. Send her over there. Send her over there. We ain't gonna even gotta see her no more. We don't live like that. No.
Thank you. You too.
All right, take care, my brother.
Whoa, that was awesome. I
That's
can't wait
real.
to hear. Yeah, I can't wait to hear what more people have to say.
Facts.
Something almost no one here ever talks about. We're not having children.
We're not having children. Yeah, maybe because when our parents were growing up, rent and things were cheap.
Right.
You got this bag of chips.
$7. I'm already knowing.
$6-7.
Yup.
I remember when chips used to be $2-3. I went to CVS the other day and grabbed a case of agua. $8. We're not gonna talk about health insurance. We're not gonna talk about car insurance. We're not gonna talk about dental. Do y'all know how much it is nowadays for teeth? Grew up with no gaps, no crooks in your teeth. God bless you. You are lucky. I don't know how people my age are even having kids. I don't know how you're surviving. I give it up to you. Because me, no bueno. I cannot. I will suffer by myself. No cap. I'm not bringing a kid into this world knowing damn well I ain't got enough resources to provide for them.
Something almost no one here ever talks
It's
about.
tough out here, man. For real. They just don't care. They don't. They will do anything to make sure this planet stay to them.
First, it was the white buffalo. Now it is the white raven, y'all. Check this out. This is big news, y'all. Big changes are soon to come to Earth, as you are seeing right now with all the weather anomalies. But here's the white raven. It was caught in Anchorage, Alaska, y'all. Here it is over here, just chilling on a tree, you know, speaking its truth, y'all. So, do you know what this means? But for some of you that didn't know, the raven was originally white, but was turned black from the smoke when it brought fire to man. This is speaking metaphorically because ravens or birds in general are messengers of the spirit realm. This is why we indigenous people always kept feathers around us, because birds are directly tied to the magnetic field of the earth, right? And they would always let us know when big changes are coming. It is said that the white raven will return when humans become spiritual again. Again, birds are messengers of the spirit world. We will see a white raven, and that's when we know that humanity as a whole is shifting towards one piece. But not only did we see a white raven yet, y'all, 2 days ago, a white moose was spotted in Canada. Check this out. Here it is, y'all. The rare white moose spotted in Canada. Okay? Look at this, y'all. Big changes are coming to Earth, and I'm gonna tell you why. It says right here in the Anishinaabe 7 fire prophecies, when animals have a white one born unto them, this signifies that great big changes and big shifts are to come onto the planet. White buffalo, check. White raven, check. White rare moose, check. So what other white animals are we waiting on, y'all? And then all the changes, all the catastrophes that's happening around the planet right now, y'all. It speaks for itself. We are in prophecy, and we are becoming more spiritual. That's why the planet is changing. We don't want to live in a world anymore where we are literally living to die. Working to die. Literally. This is the end of the era, and I'm stamping it, y'all. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Please share this video. People need to see what is going on with the planet and these new animals, these rare white animals that are emerging. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Keep up with me on my other accounts, especially on my YouTube, where I go deeper on the esoteric level of these topics at hand. Let's get this shift, y'all. Peace in. First, it was the white buffalo.
I know everybody getting tired of living like this for sure.
Freemasons always place the east at the top of their artwork and the north and south on the sides. This is because they understand the true cosmology of this realm, but you don't. North is the center of this realm. This is where all compasses point to, because the Earth's electromagnetic field and all this energy centers at this point. It's the strongest point. South is anywhere that goes opposite from the center. So if you walk this way, that is south, and that is south, and that is south. West is when you go left around the magnetic pole. This is anti-clockwise. If you were here and started walking west, you would end up in the exact same spot. East is the clockwise turn around the center axis. So if you were here and walked east, you would end up in the exact same position. With that being said, east is the right turn, left is the west turn. They always show the ladder to the east. Why? Because the ladder is your spine, and the east means the right, which is the right hemisphere of your brain. In short, the right hemisphere produces a holistic view of reality. So this sees humanity as one unified consciousness. The left hemisphere breaks this down into individuals. This sees the trees, this sees the whole woods. So when Jesus says cast the net onto the right hand side of the boat and you will find fish, this represents cast your awareness into the right hemisphere and you will see the unification of the universe. You will see the higher self. This is the higher self. This is the ego. You will realize everything is connected and everything is all one. Use the code WISE20, all capital letters, for more information. Read this book. Freemasons always place the east at the top of their artwork. And
what just happened to Rick Ross? Allegedly his jet was just shot down in the sky by a fighter jet and somehow he managed to survive the crash landing because the plane wing managed to stop the plane. It gets even crazier as Rick Ross was just clowning Drake recently about his big plane, and Rick Ross did say that Drake allegedly done this. He even liked this post reporting on the Smarter. Now you need to see Rick Ross's IG story explaining what just happened. Check this out.
But I'm gonna tell you, we on the jet and I'm seeing the fighter jet. I see his nose, it's like Tom Cruise from Top Gun. I seen his nose, I'm seeing him in the cockpit. I'm like, damn. I see his cheeks and nose going back from the G-force. I'm like, damn.
In the end here, he said he can't say too much for whatever reason. Do you think he knows something we don't?
You know what I'm saying? I can't say what happened, but it happened. Come on, man. But I'm gonna tell you something. What I'm gonna take back about Drake old plane, BBL Drizzy, I know.
So do you think that Drake is involved in this? Let me know your thoughts below. What just happened to Rick Ross? Allegedly
he possibly has a time traveler that is using his storage shed, which is located in his backyard, as the vessel. Is the possibility of time travel real? Do time travelers exist? It's pretty crazy because if you were to Google is time travel possible right now, the answer would be yes. I thought it would be interesting for us to look at a few times time travelers have supposedly been caught on camera. The time traveling hipster is one of the most popular. In this picture, you see a group of people who are dressed appropriately for this time period, but one guy sticks out like a sore thumb, where a majority of the men are wearing large coats and top hats. Zooming in, you'll notice this man who's wearing a pair of sunglasses, a t-shirt, and a jacket. Many people have said that his style seems to be a little bit too hipster for this time period, and he's probably a time traveler. Another possible time traveler could be the person holding what seems to be a flip phone in the bottom of this picture. This picture was taken at the 1962 World Cup. Zooming in, you see a hand that seems to be holding a flip phone. It almost looks like the flip phone has a screen on it where a picture is being taken. Here's another vintage picture. The year is unknown, but it's pretty popular in the time traveler community. Zooming in, you'll see this guy to my right. It seems like he's talking on a cell phone. There's no way you can tell what he's holding in his hand, even though the positioning does look like he'd be talking onto a cell phone. We also have a handful of self-proclaimed time travelers. This man's name was Andrew Carlson. Andrew claimed that he was from the year 2256 and he traveled to the year 2003. It said that the stock market was very shaky that year. Andrew put in a $300 investment, which gave him $350 million in return. That bullish act put him on the FBI's most wanted. After being arrested, he allegedly vanished out of his cell. No trace, and has never been found since. Another self-proclaimed time traveler is this Swedish man. He said that the portal was located underneath his sink. He traveled back into the past to take a picture with his past self. He took this picture of his matching tattoos on his own arm as proof. Another really popular indication that time traveling may be true is this astronaut. The sculpture of this astronaut is found carved into the side of a church that was built between the 1600s and 1800s. And if you remember, astronauts in the moon landing came a long time after this. There are many scientific theories that support the idea of time travel. Traveling into the future is more possible than traveling back into the past. He possibly...
So traveling, I believe in time travel. I think that time travel stuff is real. I honestly do. Whoa.
See, people be forgetting how much a weirdo Drake is, bro. Like, he was texting Millie Bobby Brown when she was 14 years old, bruh. 14. And when she was asked about it, she said, "Oh, that's a private discussion between a 30-year-old man and a 14-year-old." No, sir. Man, tell me this man straight up broomed this girl. Why you gotta make a lovely friendship your headline? Lovely friendship. This nigga is twice your age. More than that. Old enough to be your daddy plus some. You talking about a lovely relationship? Reaching out his hand? Girl, I'm glad she woke up. I'm so happy 2024 is coming out with all these truths. Cause this is wild, bro. Kendrick, salute you, my man. Salute you, Crody.
So if you put a plant up to a radio tower, it will transmute a frequency or a sound wave through the plant. This is absolutely crazy. The sound is coming through the plant. Just watch the video. Are y'all seeing this? This just goes to show you that radio sound waves can be transmitted through plants. I found that absolutely crazy that it didn't even need a speaker. Sound waves was emitted directly through the plant. So frequency waves can be transmuted through organic objects. And we learning something new every single day, ain't we?
Yep.
Now I'm curious. Y'all let me know what y'all think about organic matter transmuted radio frequencies in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. So if you
That's actually interesting. If the plant really did turn into a speaker, that was crazy. No, that was different. Never seen nothing like that. Real quick before this video continues, guys, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you do like videos like this, please subscribe. Alright. You hitting the like button really counts, so hit the like button so we get in the algorithm so more people see this.
You're gonna have to leave that house. There's no way around it, because these people got failure programs running in their head, or hate programs, or extremely religious programs where they're constantly feeding you with religious dogma. Or they may have low vibrational programs running in their head, constantly trying to keep your vibration low. These people can have all these different types of programs running in their head, because the brain is a computer. The brain is technology. You're gonna have to leave that house.
The brain is a computer for real.
If we know anything about Drake, is that he's gonna hide a kid. But an 11-year-old daughter named Eternity Joy is crazy work. So we all know K-Dot dropped the diss claiming that Drake allegedly had this 11-year-old daughter that he's been hiding from the world the same way that he hid Adonis. And I'm pretty sure the little girl's name is Eternity Joy. Not only did people find her Instagram page, which I'm gonna show you in a minute, but as of 6 hours ago, her freaking page went private. And then look at her bio. Actor, dancer, singer, artist, writer, producer. Not only that, this little girl has been in J. Cole and Drake's music videos, and this could explain why J. Cole said, "No, I'm good." That's her right there. And in the caption, she said, "Who can you see? Miss Eternity." Because that's her right there. And let's not forget, Drizzy Drake dropped this tweet 11 years ago. And it is now deleted. But if that wasn't crazy enough, Eternity Joy's birthday was on the 30th of March. You know what else came out on the 30th of March? Euphoria. Kendrick Lamar dropped Euphoria 4 days ago on this girl's birthday, bro. Drake, you might want to stop before your baby with Sexy Red comes out too. Because I've been telling you, not only did Sexy Red lie about the baby being a boy because it's a girl, but we all know how she was with Drake. And one thing about Drake, he will clearly have a baby and hide it from the world. You're never being the allegation, Drake. Let it go. So you need to let it go. If we know anything about Drake, is that he's gonna hide a kid.
It's tough.
Have you ever looked into the mirror and questioned
Everything
what stares
exposed.
back at you? What if I told you that behind every reflection lies a hidden truth, a truth so sinister it threatens to unravel the very fabric of reality? For centuries, whispers of a clandestine group manipulating the course of history have circulated among the fringes of society. But what if their influence extended beyond the realm of politics and power? Reports of individuals suffering from a rare condition known as demon face syndrome have emerged, their faces contorted into grotesque masks of malevolence. But is this merely a medical anomaly or something far more sinister? What if I told you that behind every face lies a demon waiting to break free? What if the truth you seek is far darker than you could ever imagine? So I ask you, as you gaze into the abyss of your own reflection, dare you question the truth? Dare you confront the possibility that behind every face lies a demon waiting to be unmasked? You be the judge. Don't forget to follow and keep our content alive. Have you ever looked into the mirror?
If you own dogs, cats, etc., you may possibly be a psychopath. Now you might ask yourself, why every time I crack open a door, my dog is ready to run out, or my cat is ready to run out? Now some people got their dogs and cats, they naturally come back home because you conditioned it to come home. It know it get a free meal there. That's the only reason why it's coming back. You got people that really even say, I need dogs for emotional support. I need animals for emotional support. I love animals, you feel me? But I would never love an animal so much that I want to tame it and take its freedom. If you ever seen stray dogs and stray cats, they survive just fine. You go to Mexico, they run around everywhere, bro. You going around your urban hood, it's dogs living their own life. No owner, living good too. They call them street dogs, street cats, right? Now, even when it comes to service dogs, I say police dogs and service dogs that help people that can't see, probably the only reason that's necessary for you to even need a dog. And even when it comes to the policing, you still gotta program the dog to be on that program, but it got at least some type of purpose where it can fill out its natural abilities to run, chase, hunt, use its senses. Half of y'all don't even own no land. You know what I'm saying? So your dog can't hunt. Now, you got different type of owners. You feel me? You got owners that understand the natures of their animals and they allow them to express themselves. But you got some people that be like, no, come here, Snuffles, and they hugging Snuffles all day. Snuffles want to run out in the field, bro. You suffocating that dog, man, and it's stanking there. Like, I had a pit bull next door. My neighbor had a pit bull. I love that. You know what I'm saying? And it was another dog.
Funny.
But these dogs naturally want to be free.
True.
Naturally. So they would do everything in their power. She started out pushing the gate, right? But it got to the point where she broke through the gate. Because that's their natural, they want to explore. You feel me? So even anybody that have a perimeter set up or you're putting them in a cage, it's because you know naturally they're going to get up out of there. So that's why I say most people that own pets are psychopaths, because you're putting on all your little loose negative energy onto this pet, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or your loneliness, whatever it is. A lot of y'all, if y'all ain't had pets, y'all would have crashed out. Like I said, I love animals. I love dogs. They say some of the most common reasons dogs escapes are for social
You do got a point right now, though, because a lot of people that's lonely, they have to have a dog, you know. You going to something.
Separation anxiety, and pay attention to this. Reproductive drive and fear. Reproductive drive. They're supposed to be out here procreating. Even as a kid, bro, you be feeling binded down when your parents say you can't go here, you can't go here. But that's your parents, so you gotta deal with it. They got the best interest for you. They know how to raise humans. Imagine a dog, you cutting off the thing, or the cat, you trying to make sure it don't get out, or don't knock on the door, don't open the door because my cat gonna run away. Like, bro, I used to love my dog. I had a dog named Baby, bro, when I was in 4th grade, and I went to take out the trash, bro. I love this dog. We had just moved these apartments. Man, when I tell you, as soon as I opened that, I'm talking about Baby used to love me. She used to be running up on me, happy, had a good home, food, eats, happy all the time. That dog was always smiling, right? Man, as soon as I went to take out the trash, the dog must have followed me. Got up out of there. Hatching the damn. You think that dog wasn't hatching the escape since? Okay, keep playing with conscience, bro. I need to watch that Rick and Morty episode when Snuffles became human and they was able to talk again. Y'all need to watch that episode, bro.
That's funny, if you own... Dang. I mean, that is their natural instincts, though, right? They want to be free. They like being outside, too, so... Dang, that's tough. But, yeah, I agree. Ooh.
Did you guys know that there is a sleep deprivation epidemic going on? I mean, I'm sure some of you guys are going to comment on this and are experiencing this right now. This sleep deprivation is affecting over 100 million Americans, you guys, from East Coast to West Coast. This study has been going on for 33 years, But as in 2017, they noticed a huge tipping point where kids seem to show up more cranky and less resilient to stressors. Now, they are trying to blame this on technology and iPads and iPhones and all that type of stuff, but also adults who don't even indulge in that type of stuff are also going through it as well. It says, while this is true, upon further study, McKinsey found that while technology certainly had a role to play in the breakdown of social and emotional resilience in youth, it wasn't the root cause. The root cause was much more simple and much more alarming. She found that 60% of elementary students, 97% of middle school students, and 92% of high school students are sleep deprived, y'all. What? Even more concerning is that overall, 60% of youth and adults sleep 6 hours or less per night, which meets the criteria for being clinically and significantly sleep deprived. 6 hours less per night? Didn't they say we need 8 hours of sleep in order to feel our best self? Sleep is essential. Sleep is supposed to happen in a certain pattern, and when we miss those patterns, we lose our ability to emotionally self-regulate. I don't know about you, but my sleeping pattern has changed, y'all. I've been having massive amounts of energy some days and then no energy the next day. It fluctuates, you know what I'm saying? Is anybody else experiencing this? Because again, this is affecting over 100 million Americans. No number specifically, but over 100 million Americans, and there's almost, what, 400 million Americans present? All we know, the planet is going through a huge change right now, and we being on the planet are going through these changes as well, because we're directly connected to the planet. You know, you have the soles of your feet connected to the soil. Everything that Earth is going through, we eventually will go through it as well. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I'm only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting time. But let us know how y'all feeling down in the comments below, y'all. Please like, share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in. Did you guys
This is disturbing. I'm not gonna lie. So disturbing. I don't know how you gonna eat after seeing this, man. That fish was trying to start a fire. Yup, he was trying to start a fire. Oops.
O los chiles que ya están ay, pero por mucho, ¿por qué hacen mira hasta hacen aureolas? Estoy diciendo que mira que humo hay, ya Gaby, porque puede explotar ahí.
That is honest. I'm gonna let y'all see this. That's crazy. Ew. Ew. It's disgusting. What's going on here? What? So fish just falling out the sky. I don't know how to roll that is.
Now, I'm not gonna cap. I done seen a lot of stuff, but I ain't ever seen a cat dog crawfish. Like a Siamese crawfish is absolutely crazy. Maybe this is a side effect of humanity's radiation to the water or pollution.
The thing got 2 heads,
Now
bro.
we have mutant crawfish that people are spotting in the wild. And you know, I just got so many questions with this though.
Me too.
And you know, it's like so many questions that I have. Y'all know I got so many questions. Number one, how would doodle? For somebody's heads, where you supposed to let off a booty torpedo, how you supposed to drop a deuce? Number two, would y'all still eat it? Go ahead, comment below.
How is it attached
say
like
something
that?
about it. But would y'all still eat this 2-headed crawfish? And number three, have y'all ever seen something like this before? I'm not gonna cap. I have to know in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom, and stay tuned. It's definitely getting weird.
Super weird.
Now I'm.
That is strange right there. That's crazy. That thing had 2 heads. Wow. Have y'all ever seen that? Is that normal? Can't be. No way.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't. go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen. Because there's no gravity. And I'm a diver, scuba diver, and when you get down underneath the water, you're floating. That's just like in space. And they just start to move. You make waves or... No, what do you think?
Thank you.
You very, very welcome.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
Today when I talked to him about supersymmetry and stuff in an interview I did with him just yesterday, and that uncertainty is always there. You can never say anything for 100% certainty. And so because of that, there is always a possibility that it's something else.
I had dinner with Bob Lazar.
Okay.
And my takeaway from the dinner with Bob was going on Rogan, and Rogan asked me if I wanted to come to dinner. So we went to Fogo de Chao.
Wow.
As you do. And Bob was there, and Jeremy Corbell was there as well. Yeah. And I believed Bob believed what he saw. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not advanced technology that we have, that we've created. But I do believe that he was working on something, and he believed it was alien spacecraft. So I believe that he was being honest.
I can tell you why I believe his story, at least some of it, is because he talked about element 115 before we even discovered element 115.
Yeah.
We're talking about 25-year span in between.
That's why the star system thing is quite interesting to me. So if you are describing things that have not been discovered yet, and then they do become discovered,
exactly,
it adds some credibility.
Yeah.
Okay, so with your situation, you believe you saw a UFO.
Yeah.
Do you think that the UFO people, the aliens or whoever they are, do you think they choose the people that see them, or this is happenstance?
If you start researching these alien abduction experiences or these alien sighting experiences, which there are now over 7 million of them documented in MUFON, you start to see a similarity between the stories and repetitiveness with some of the visitations or sightings or whatever you want to call them. And so it's quite possible that they isolate and interact with specific people at specific times. I mean, to what agenda? At the end of the day, we're like ants.
Did you have any communication at all? Did you feel anything in the moment?
I felt nothing in that moment. I had a second experience in 2010, which is well documented. I've talked about it. It took years to come out about it because I basically lost my whole family over this.
No way.
Yeah.
You came out of the closet? No, daddy. No.
But yeah,
tell me, what happened?
So 2010, I came home. I was working on this big project called Fort Terra Nova, which I built. And Fort Terra Nova was on the History Channel, a Countdown to Apocalypse, the Nostradamus episode. And anyway, so I was working on this project. I come home. I'm looking at ESPN. And I'm looking at sports about 9:00 p.m. All the lights turn dim, the TV turns off, and I thought my kids were playing a trick on me because they lived up in the room behind me, up on the second floor. And I look up, and there's nobody there. When I turn around, there were these two beings right there.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And, man, hold on.
Whoa.
Sorry.
No.
What do you have to break yourself, man?
No.
So they were right there. I'm sitting in a chair about this high, so they were right here in my eyes. And
Alex is freaking out right now. This is wild. Okay.
All right, let me get myself together.
No, take your time.
So they were there. They had the big almond eyes like you see on TV. I swear they did.
So you had two beings in front of you.
But they didn't look like they were real eyes. They looked like coverings of some type. And they didn't communicate with me through any kind of telepathy that I can tell, but I felt like my brain was shaking in my skull to the point where it started hurting, and I started screaming, but no sound was coming out of my throat. I could feel the air coming out, but I couldn't hear it myself.
And you were awake during this period? You weren't taking a nap or anything like that?
Taking a nap, no psychedelics.
Of course, yeah.
And my whole house, everyone was in. My wife at the time My ex-wife was in the bedroom right behind the next wall. My girls were in that side of the house. A split floor plan. My boys were in that side of the house. The house was full of people. Nobody heard or saw anything. I was screaming. A few seconds later, it stops, and they turn around, and they don't walk like a person. They kind of dangle. So they kind of dangled away, and they went right through the wall. And then, boom, the TV comes back. The lights come back to normal color. And that's when I went running around the house, and it was just traumatic for everybody, you know. Today, when I talked to him about supersymmetry and stuff.
Somebody said, I ain't know what he said, no, did he? Yeah, that's what everybody was saying now, so. How y'all feel? Y'all think he really seen aliens? Or is he acting? I don't know. You gotta question everything nowadays.
The only source we have for Atlantis. It comes to us, many people think it's all over the place, but it's not. Atlantis comes to us from the Greek philosopher Plato, who lived around 340 BC. And he got the story through his family line, from his ancestor Solon, who had visited Egypt in 600 BC. And there Solon was told of a great civilization that had existed on Earth that was the progenitor civilization of Egypt, but that was destroyed in a terrible cataclysm. And he asked, a cataclysm involving a gigantic flood, and Atlantis was submerged beneath the waves and was never seen again. And so Solon said to the priests, when did this happen? And they said 9,000 years ago. That was in 600 BC, so that's 9,600 BC, that's 11,600 years ago, that's Meltwater Pulse 1b. How could they know? You know,
how could they
We
know?
have to start taking this stuff more seriously. Instead of sneering at it and skepticizing it out of existence, we need to leave a little bit of room for extraordinary ideas possibly being right. The only source we have for Atlantis, it comes to us, many people...
That's interesting, man. I wonder, like, back then, did we used to, like, live in water? You know, maybe he was able to, like, breathe in water somehow. I don't know. This is what I'm thinking right now about the Atlantis people. What, like, because they do say we was Atlantis or whatever. But, I don't know. That's interesting.
Into the story of Mika Miller, which was the pastor's wife that... Okay, so I told you guys I was digging into the story of Mika Miller, which was the pastor's wife that supposedly unalived herself 24 hours after serving the pastor with divorce papers, and I have the rest of the information for you. But just to recap, this pastor did get in front of his whole congregation, and before breaking the news, he delivered a whole sermon, joking, laughing, and even asking the people in the church to continue to sow their tithes and keep the church afloat. And then he broke the news that his wife was gone. He made sure to call attention to the fact that she was mentally ill and was not receiving the medication that she needed. But what he left out was that Mika was actually trying to escape him, and that Mika was being stalked by him, and he was slashing her tires, everything that I shared with you in the first video. But let's get into the other things that I have uncovered. So on Facebook, there is a long list of people saying they don't believe him. They don't believe the narrative. They know that Mika was a good person, and there were some very disturbing videos that Mika posted 48 hours before her passing.
That I'm alive and well, and life's been kind of crazy the couple past weeks, months, years, but I've kind of had to keep my circle really small for the past couple weeks, just because I'm going through a lot, and it's hard, and it's my cross to bear. It's the thing that God has put in my life to deal with, and I don't want to bring a lot of people into it. I'm so thankful to God for a strong family.
She then went on to say that she was the bride of Christ, and that the people of the church need to continue to follow God because it is not the man that they need to follow. I strongly think that she was talking about her husband. But back to this photo, because this is one of the posts that stuck out to me. This is someone who said she was a friend of Mika Miller and that she was a good singer. She was a great woman. But she said that she doesn't want to do this. But if supporters of Solid Rock and Market Common want to give me some kind of info behind closed doors, then I'm wrong. You are welcome to. So she's basically saying that if you can disprove her, do it. But she said this is tragic and the truth needs to come out. If this becomes just another covering some preacher, well, that's a damn shame. Grow up, people. Your church can survive, but all signs point to the truth, and the Holy Spirit always uncovers. Mika Miller was always kind to me, and to be honest, I've had stories I can tell about how she was mistreated by her husband, even in front of me. She was barely 30 years old. I don't believe she took her own life. I don't have the proof. What I do know is that crap happens a lot in the ministry. Sure, come along, but don't have an opinion. Especially if you're a woman. I'd tag JP in this if he wasn't a coward and deleted in recently new Facebook. Keep up. Persistence is a full-time job. I know I'm calling people out, but if for a reason, the madness has to stop. Mika was a product of religious, narcissistic abuse. Prove me wrong. And I've seen Mika's post, and one thing that she was very open about, she said everyone deserves love. Man, woman, she didn't care. She doesn't really follow the narrative that I would believe her husband as a preacher would. Justice for Mika. He needs to be investigated immediately. Okay,
Yeah,
so I told
he definitely needs to be investigated for sure. Something right about that.
Have you guys heard of these fish that could literally survive out of the water and breathe oxygen for up to 4 months? Look at this.
Oh, y'all heard of these?
You ever heard of these? Check this out.
These fish may look like they're dead and dried up, but they are actually alive. Just take a look at these guys. With their dried up scales, they look dead as a doornail. How is that even possible? They're known as plecos, or armored zombie fish, and for good reason. Well, it all comes down to a crazy organ they have called a labyrinth that lets them breathe air and extract oxygen even from the worst water. That's not all. They can go 30 hours without a single drop of H2O. And get this, scientists have found them surviving under layers of hardened mud for months without water, just waiting for the rain to come save them. With skills like that, it's no wonder they've taken over ecosystems around the world, released by careless aquarium owners. They have nothing to fear from predators. So if you ever see a pleco that looks deader than dead,
They look like tires, y'all. They look like used tires, y'all. You know when you go to the tire shop and they're selling used tires for like $29.99? Yeah, bro. Them things look like used tires. Look at that. That's crazy. God really thought of it all, y'all, huh? Fish that look like tires that can survive off of water for months, okay? And they are masters of the ecosystem, and they have nothing to worry about because nothing is looking for them. All right, yeah. Things are getting a lot more interesting, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Please like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
That is one powerful fish there, right there. She's 17, bro. That's crazy.
About boys, he helps me. Yeah, he's great. He's wonderful. I love him. You know, that stays in the text messages.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Yep, as y'all can see, things just keep getting weirder and weirder, man. But that is gonna call it right there. I'm gonna call it right there. Appreciate everybody that stopped by today. Thanks for watching this video. Sending peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.